I'll tell you exactly what Treyarch's hiding in today's podcast episode. Me and my best friend Riley are going to be breaking down everything you need to know in Call of Duty Black Ops Season 1, and mainly the zombies side, because there's a lot of hidden stuff in there that they didn't quite tell us, and that they're kind of cucking us again. Nerfs, nerfs, nerfs. Let's get on into it.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, Riley. First and foremost, happy Veterans Day to the lads out there.
Happy Veterans Day. Yes. If anyone here is a veteran, thank you so much for your service. Really appreciate it. And Call of Duty is celebrating 15 years this year with their Endowment program, which is an awesome program. I didn't really know about it. So it started, I guess, back in 2009. Same year MW2 came out. But they help like veterans after they get out of service find jobs, which is really cool. That's awesome. Love that. There's a nice little 1-minute video here talking about it if you guys want to watch that.
But
and they got a couple things going with it. I'm gonna go into it. Sorry. They got a couple things that they're doing for the 15-year anniversary. They're gonna have a bundle in the store, which seems pretty cool. They got their own animated emblem, a sticker, and a calling card. So yeah, the sticker salutes look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. And then the big thing though that I'm really excited about is the Xbox giveaway. I'm not going to get it, but the design of this thing looks really sick. And whoever does, that would be awesome thing to have.
They actually have been doing a really good job with like the custom skins and custom designs that you can do for Black Ops.
That is so clean. That's so clean.
It does actually look really good. I'm not going to lie. I do like that. And then, of course, underneath it, they got to drop the merch and the fit and all that stuff.
So it does seem a little, but I mean, at least they're for a good cause, hopefully. So they do got merch and they have a donation campaign, so I guess.
But make sure you guys pick up that bundle because it's only going to be available from November 11th until November 14th. So, it's not anything crazy, but, a free bundle's a free bundle, and I'll take that any day of the week.
This video is coming out after the bundle is gone, so hopefully you guys got it while it was out there because it's the 14th today as we're filming. So
that it is. Hopefully you guys got it.
Hopefully you guys got it.
And we're gonna be hopping off and picking it up in the store right after this video ends. So.
This video came out 3 days ago, so it was only in the store for like 3 days.
And there'll be a separate video that I'll link to above that'll be us actually in Black Ops 6 going more in depth with everything that they released. But for this podcast, we want to keep it simple for you guys, nice and chill. Yeah. Go over the patch notes, more of the in-depth stuff, and then that separate video will be a lot shorter, and we'll just kind of go over our impressions and everything like that. But without further ado,
like our initial reactions.
Yes.
Let's get into the big juicy stuff, Taylor.
The nuggets, dude.
The juicy stuff.
Juicy drop pop, dude. Those things used to slap, dude. Do you remember the commercials back in the day?
So good. Commercials back in the day were so good, and don't even come at me that it's nostalgia, because 2000s commercials are just something different.
Dude, that stuff made you want to like have the nerve to go up to someone. It's like, yeah, you might have a 44 pistol in my noggin, but can you do this? And then you just undo the juicy drop pop, squeeze in your eyes, and then just drink the whole thing.
Seriously, like every commercial made back then, I just wanted everything, because like even if it was the crappiest like product ever made, it didn't matter. The commercial was sick, I wanted it.
Exactly. But all right, diving into the good stuff after our juicy drop pop rant. Comment below if you remember those from the early 2000s. Cartoon Network commercials all over the place.
Boomerang, only on Boomerang.
Only on Boomerang. But so into the patch notes though. So there's a lot to dive into here. First and foremost, just the new maps for multiplayer. You got Hideout, which is a 6v6, Heirloom, Extraction, new multiplayer modes, season launch, and which for season launch you're gonna have Ransack, and then in season there's the prop hunt mode, which we talked about in last week's podcast.
Yep.
Yes, I love the.
I was gonna say the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Yes, we love the prop hunt classic. The old Vanos videos of prop hunt.
We should play that tonight if it's out. We should play it tonight.
Yes, that would be a ton of fun if it's already out. That would be great. But something that I forgot to mention also in last week's podcast, I will make sure to mention in this week's, is the new weapons for multiplayer and zombies. Honestly, I thought these were just coming to Warzone, so that's entirely my bad. But there's gonna be the
yeah.
Krieg C, or the Krieg. The Krieg.
Which I love that gun name. I think it was Cold War or BO3, I can't remember, but that
Fuck
gun
you, Krieg.
was so good.
Fucking South Park.
Gotta play a little South Park clip of.
But then there's gonna be the Smaug SMG.
I hated that gun. Last time,
then-
whatever game it was in.
Yeah, I think that these sound like they were in Cold War. Truth be told, they had to have.
These
been
might be Cold War guns. Yeah, I think they were. I wasn't a huge fan of the SOG last time.
Yeah, the SOG, and then in season there's gonna be the Siren 9mm.
Ooh, okay.
And then there's gonna be the Power Drill, which, as if the references of drilling people couldn't get bad enough in this game.
No! Wait. Dude, I'm actually excited. It looks like they're actually bringing in like more melee weapons. I saw a bat too that they're bringing in, which looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to see what other melee.
I wonder if that's a skin on the bat that you can unlock or not.
I think it was one of the skins that you unlock in the battle pass.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. I hope that they actually, and we got a comment
Hopefully
in
they
this in the comment section last week, but they really need to do a better job at fleshing out that third melee slot when it comes to the zombies game mode, because
Yes, dude. Oh my god.
like I used to love doing like pistols and knives only challenges and stuff like that, and there was so much potential that you could do, and in Cold War you could have so many different melee weapons, and it's like they have such a big variety that they can pull from. Like, where's our hammer and sickle? Where's our sword?
Exactly.
Where's, you know,
Scythe.
Go ahead.
There's so many they had.
Yeah,
I just said scythe. I was just adding more.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like there's so much more they could be doing with that, and they are not doing that. But I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah,
maybe they'll prove me wrong at the end of BO6. I really hope that's the case.
It is the beginning of its life cycle. I hope
Exactly, but then there's going to be some new attachments. The 12 gauge Dragon's Breath. And then in season, there's going to be the buffer weight stock, the XM4 burst conversion to turn it to a 3-round burst. Don't know why you'd use that. And the Compa 92 burst fire conversion.
You all right over there?
You know, just kind of throwing up a little bit. You know how it goes. There's the new multiplayer perks, the new hand cannon,
we did
operators, couple of different operators, Goliath, Savati, the Replacer, the competitor CDL, home and away operator.
Competitor. Only in theaters near you.
If you don't have the CDL skin, you're not a real gamer. Alright?
Not a real gamer.
Not a real gamer. Unless you wear those like shirts around town that says "Will sell sister for video game" or something like that.
Will sell sister for video game.
But let's move into the global stuff that they ended up changing, because they had the Ricochet anti-cheat.
I want to cheat.
The reason I can't play the game on Steam Deck, Ricochet anti-cheat. Pain in the ass. So I don't really care about the changes they did with it, because it really doesn't affect me because I don't cheat. So, and I haven't really run into any cheaters either.
That was sarcasm.
So, looks like they did some PS5 Pro updates. If you decided to waste your money on that dumb console instead of being smart and buying a PC, that's your decision. But hey, I mean, $700 for a PC.
Way to make people feel bad.
Hey, $700 for a PlayStation steep, dude. You can get a nice PC that can play games well.
That is great. That is true. You are right about that.
And no disc drive on it. So you got to buy the disc drive separately.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm definitely not buying the PS5 Pro. I'm fine with the PS5.
Well, it looks like I have a cat that decided to break down the stairs, so that's all right. Hi,
Darth Vader.
What's up, Vader?
They made quite a few updates for that. Updated text for a number of language localizations.
I got a kitty.
Vader! What's up, Vader?
Kitty.
Hi, buddy.
Kitty.
Hi, Vader. Yeah.
Kitty.
I miss you, Vader.
She says,
Good girl.
subscribe. Like and subscribe to
Oh, I hear
video
purring.
so I can get more treats.
Aw.
Num 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 num.
Yeah, she definitely needs more treats. All right, let's get back into the bug fixes. Address various issues that resulted in infrequent game crashes. That will be nice. I didn't really experience too many game crashes while playing the campaign, but for the people that did, hopefully that fixes your problem. Addressed a memory error that was forcing players to restart their game. That will be nice. I actually, when I was playing the campaign, I didn't have any issues. It was pretty smooth sailing. Addressed visual fidelity issues. Well, from my end, doesn't mean that other people didn't experience. Who knows? Address visual fidelity issues with water effects. Sorry, I lost my place. Address an issue causing high contrast setting to be by default. Address an issue where players would be mistakenly shown in an out of bounds warning while navigating a mission. Oh, that did happen to me before, but I thought that was just part of the thing. Okay, so I guess I wasn't. Good to know. Addressed an issue that would prevent players from completing a mission due to the untimely passing of Gladney. Okay, I don't think I got that far, but yeah. For the people that did, spoiler alert, I got Gladney dies. Sorry, I didn't spoil. I didn't have any spoilers in these bug fixes.
Dude, I don't even know who Gladly is, and now I know he's gonna die, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, me neither. I think I remember the name, but I don't remember who it is. But let's move on to the multiplayer, guys.
Alright, the multiplayer. The maps. Alright, Lowtown. There's been an addressed issue where water would flicker for some players. Protocol addressed an issue where water would flicker for some players. Adjusted S&D bomb sites to prevent line of sight from artillery above. And then Red Card addressed an issue where the players could get outside the intended play space. And in Volt, they adjusted a bunch of other stuff. They adjusted the spawns, thank God, because that was something I was pissed about because I was so stupid. You'd spawn in and you just get clapped.
And then you die instantly.
Yeah, it's like 1 second clap, 1 second clap, 1 second clap. So thank God they actually addressed some of those.
For doing this over 15 years, they would know by now.
Yeah, exactly. If they actually
20 years, huh?
Yeah. They added Nuketown an extraction and hideout to the core map pool, and then they added heirloom to the face-off map pool. Game chat, they addressed some issues where players were unable to hear each other during intermission and between post-game voice chat. The weapons, this is where the big changes are.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of stuff.
So yeah, it looks like the XM4 has additional adjustments. The headshot multiplier has been reduced from 1.3 to 1.15, and the attachment adjustments, the CF barrel attachment headshot multiplayer has been reduced and quite nerfed. The AM's 85 damage adjustments, the headshot multiplayer has been reduced, so that got nerfed. The GRP 91, the damage adjustments, that gun got nerfed for headshot multiplier, and they got slightly improved aim to fire times. Whoopie-doo. And then the CF adjustment, the headshot multiplier has been reduced. The Goblin Mark II, all movement speed has been increased. So that one actually did get quite a bit of buff between the movements of the weapon. So that's good to see. The SMGs, the Combat 92, got a headshot multiplier improvement from 105 to 1.1, so that's a pretty, not a huge buff, but better than nothing.
But they did buff it, I guess.
Shotguns, alright, the shotgun time has been increased from, and the time it takes to reach ADS is 20%, and aim down speed to 70% of ADS speed. So that's a bad nerf. And then slug attachment adjustments. Slugs allow players to run shotguns as mid-precision weapons. As a trade-off, they do limited short-range effectiveness if you are not careful hitting headshot. Additionally, the 12-gauge shotgun adjustments are that the headshot multiplier increased from 1 to 1.5, so that's a 0.5 increase. That's pretty good. The upper torso and upper arm increase multipliers have increased to 1.1 from 1. Wow, 0.1 increase.
Dang. So it got bumped.
And then it now increased hip fire spread by 15%. So the hip fire spread is a lot worse. Not like a ton worse, but it'll be noticeably worse in game.
Dude, at first, when I first looked at the Marine SP, I thought the damage said 92 to 182. And I was like, what? Jesus, things are going
No.
That's more reasonable.
Holy smokes, you'll be one tapping everyone. The ASG 89 though, that did get the headshot multiplier increased to 1.5, the upper torso and arm increased to 1.1, and then the hip spread got increased by 20% on that one. So that's quite a bit wider, and I have heard that in the zombies mode it is it feels significantly less, not super significant, but it does feel a bit less powerful, like it got nerfed in the early rounds, but you don't feel it as much in the late rounds. So that's just something to be aware of if you do run the ASG 89 quite a bit. Marksman rifle adjustments, the SWAT 5.56. The ADS speed improved, and then the rapid fire attachments got their penalties increased by 5%, so that's a bit of a nerf, while the movement's a little bit quicker. And then the EC 97.3, 97.5, the FM or something. The rapid fire attachments, it looks like the rate of fire benefit got reduced, and then the recoil penalties got increased, so the recoil is going to be worse on that gun. Alright, the sniper rifles in general, because they've been pretty good in this game, I'm not going to lie, I've been really enjoying them.
I've been liking them.
But the ADS speed has improved, thank God, because these were so slow. That's for the LWA1 Frost line, the ADS speeds improved, the sprint to fire times improved. So it seems like it's going to be quite a bit quicker to move around with that weapon. The attachment adjustments, the infiltrator stock, heavy stock, CF barrel, combat stock attachments have all had changes to it, with flinch decreasing with the stock combat stock, CF barrel attachment having the vertical penalty get decreased, and then the recoil penalty got improved to 50% from 75%, so that's a significant buff. Okay. Then the heavy stock did the flinch resistance from 60 to 53%, and then the aim walking speed has been increased with the infiltrator stock. The SVD. All right, let's get into the SVD.
SVD.
Mainly just the general adjustments have been that the introduced a delay after firing before a new shot can be fired, so it isn't super spam fiery. So I guess people with like SCUF controllers and stuff like that were able to just spam it super quick can't do that anymore.
That's good.
Sprint to fire times improved, and the tactical sprint to fire times improved as well. And then the LR962, which is my favorite sniper in the game.
Dude, I love the LR.
Dude, it's so good. The major adjustments is the tactical sprint to fire speed has improved from 470 milliseconds to 460. Not a huge difference, but that's still pretty solid. So, because any bit of movement that you can gain back in a sniper is huge. But if you want to go over the gunsmith and perks and so on from here, go on ahead.
I'll talk about the rest of the multiplayer. Let's hop into it. So the gunsmith made a few changes, various updates for the weapon descriptions, addressed an issue that was sometime equipping stickers to the wrong slot or incorrectly equipping as a large decal. So that should have never been a problem. Good thing they fixed that, good lord. Players will now go directly to the perk 3 tab instead of perk 1 tab when trying to edit their bonus perk slot when the perk 3 wildcard is equipped. That's good. Now we got some perks updates. We got slight reductions to the ninja foot step volume, which additionally we made slight reduction to default foot step volume. Okay, so that's good. Less footsteps. Addressed an issue that prevented Gearhead from being able to do booby trap enemy care packages. Okay. They addressed an issue that prevented equipment from replenishing with the scavenger perk. Okay, good. And now we got score streaks. Just like one for the score streaks, we got
Archangel.
Archangel. Good lord. Addressed an issue where the rocket would sometimes explode immediately when firing in a wall. Well, geez, okay, good thing that got fixed. Ranks and prestige. Added prestige master hub that shows the player's progress through prestige master and all prestige master rewards, including hidden redactions for level 1000 rewards. Okay. Address an issue where prestige wallpaper rewards weren't previewing properly. And prestige rewards now display names, descriptions, and other information when browsing prestige screens. Okay.
Solid.
Challenges. Solid. That's some solid stuff right there. We got challenges. Address an issue where some daily challenges were not tracking properly. Good. That's the most annoying crap ever. Movement updates. Address the bug causing player to be slowed when shot while mantling. I don't think I've ever ran into that yet. Theater. Added new Nuketown and private match recordings. Oh, cool. Nice. I love private match recordings. Makes it easier to get videos from you. Addressed various stability issues when viewing matches. And now some UI changes. Added mystery badge category calling card reward previews. Added mystery badge category calling card reward previews to the mystery badge hub. Players will no longer back all the way out of the calling card menu when they choose back, and will instead move back to the previous calling card challenge screen. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, that seems so common sense. Close an exploit that allowed players to equip operators they had not unlocked. Ooh, that would have been fun. Address an issue where the AAR could close when entering the scoreboard tab. Address an issue earned and unearned medals would not display correctly in collections. And address an issue where the option to select an attachment skin would not be visible for some players. So good. It seems like they fixed a lot of issues with the process. Graphics. Address an issue where some weapon effects would persist on the character after changing weapons. And stability. Added numerous stability fixes. Okay, they were very vague with that. So
yeah, they were a little vague with those, but all right. Now, time to dive in
hop into the zombie.
To my favorite things, the zombies portion of season 1, and all the stats that they've given us, and all the stats that they're hiding from us. Man, what are they keeping from us?
What are they doing?
What do they keep? So, Terminus, all right, they addressed an issue where they diffused progress, where basically progress would stop if the player did not save while diffusing the Apocalypse Protocol main quest step. Addressed an issue where entering a Casimir after completing the main quest would teleport the player to the boss fight arena and down them. Addressed an issue where loading into the saved game after unlocking Pack-a-Punch Machine would cause some doors to have inconsistent collision. Addressed an issue in the main quest where connecting both node connectors at the same time would overlap voice lines. And then changed the location of an ammo cache on the seaside path. All right. And then with Liberty Falls changes, we had updated the first Mangler's arm to blow off, to always drop a Mangler cannon instead of the first Mangler spawn. Thank God, because that step was really annoying. Yeah. So it would be like, dude, sometimes when I was first trying to do the Easter egg, it wouldn't pop. I had one game where it didn't pop until round 20, and it's like, I could have had the Easter egg practically done by now.
Dang, that's crazy.
And it looks like they resolved an issue where Blanchard would not present during some dialogue. So the dude would just sit there and...
Okay.
Weapon adjustments. So the AMS 85 got a base Pack-a-Punch and crit damage multiplier. Let's see. All these looks like it got a bit of a buff. The AK-74U got a bit of a buff, and the bullet damage and crit damage. The ASVAL.
AK-74 or the AK-70U?
The AK-74.
Okay.
The one
you said U, so okay.
Oh, my bad. Asvel got a bullet damage increase, but a crit damage decrease. The Model L got a bullet damage increase, crit multiplier increase. The XM4 got a bullet damage increase, 24, but at least that's what it says on here. But I've got other information that says that the XM4 is probably the best gun in the game now, and it got buffed today after this little blog post came out, and it is super good. So
what's it at now? What's it standing for? You not know?
The hell if I know. I just know it's a good ass gun. So
hell yeah, well that's all I know.
If the Shing shoots and the Shing goes boom, then I'm happy. It's that
Jumpy
simple.
head go boom.
Jumpy head go boom. It's that simple. But the GRP 91 got a damage increase and a crit damage increase, but a crit multiplier decrease. And then the HE1, the Sigma Packer Punch is let's see, the explosion damage, the internal damage got lowered, the increased mid-explosion damage got increased, and the outer explosion damage got increased. So it got buffed up close, so it doesn't do as much, but it does more on the outside explosions.
Okay.
Then bug fixes addressed an issue where the camos were not being applied to zombie builds, closed an exploit where players could only have 3 camos, addressed an issue where weapon wallbuy rarity would reset when loading into a save, and addressed an issue where yellow damage numbers would appear when hitting critical spots with the ray gun. Perk changes. And perk... Did they nerf my perks? Let's see. Dying Wish augment has been changed with Quick Revive, addressing an issue where Dying Wish could activate when dying from large heights while protected from fall damage. So you basically would just lose your Quick Revive even though you're protected from dying from fall damage, because the Dying Wish, basically how Dying Wish works is once you pop it, normally it gets popped when you would have normally died, so it'll give you like 3 seconds of invincibility to get out of whatever the hell situation you were in, but then at the same time it uses up your Quick Revive perk. So it's kind of like a cost and give type thing, but if it pops at you just falling, that's kind of a waste, especially when there's a special perk that literally prevents you from having fall damage. So Elemental Pop addressed an issue where the Elemental Pop would prevent normal ammo mod activations. Juggernug's Turtle Shell augment now applies the damage mitigation when being grabbed by an amalgam, because basically if you had this Turtle Shell augment on Terminus and you got grabbed by an amalgam Among Us, it basically would insta kill you. You wouldn't have anything to do, it just insta down you. So ended a lot of people's high run attempts, so RIP to the people who had that happen. PhD Flopper addressed an issue when diving onto elevated inclined surfaces such as stairs. It would not activate the perk, and that would happen to me all the time, and that was really annoying.
So annoying.
Gobblegums addressed issues that prevented players being revived by near-death experience from keeping all their perks, so good thing they fixed that. Field upgrades adjusted description of Energy Mine to no longer say it deals electrical damage, but it reflects the damage type. But it accurately reflects the damage type, and increased Dark Flare's damage from 20 to 40%. So Dark Flare hopefully is a lot more useful. So.
Yeah, seriously, because it was pretty crappy. Every time I used it, it would not kill as many as I wanted to.
Yeah, so hopefully now it's buffed enough that it's actually gonna kill good hordes and kill boss zombies and all that jazz. For support, they addressed an issue that could cause the mutant injection to end early near water. So basically, if you became a mutant and you touched water, you'd instantly change back. So, RIP. addressed an issue where players could pick up a sentry while using a mutant injection. And then they reduced the self-damage done by the LDBR, which, not gonna lie, I've been downed by my own LDBR score streak, and that was not a proud moment. The save and load closed an exploit that allowed to keeping a save file after it already loaded. And then for enemies, they addressed an issue where zombies charmed by brain rot could prevent the player from completing the exfil. So the zombie would stay alive, but because it was on your side, you'd fail the exfil sequence.
Oh my god, that's actually ridiculous.
That is a rip that happened to you guys out there. That sucks. Addressed an issue where zombies would throw guts at the end camera if the player leaves the match to end the game.
Oh, but that's cool.
And Terminus addressed an issue where rarely the round would not end after killing all the zombies. They addressed an issue where the amalgam could grab players while slowed. They fixed the issue where the amalgam could pull players into walls and causing them to get stuck. They addressed
there's
an
a lot
issue.
of the amalgam.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. The amalgam's bugged to crap right now. Things just a walking virus at this point. They addressed an issue where diving and being hit back with knockback from Patient 13 would push players a lot farther off the map than intended. So during the boss fight, you'd get knocked way farther out of the arena than you were really allowed to be. So kind of ending your run, especially after the entire Easter egg. That'd be a rip. And then for Liberty Falls, they addressed the issue that prevented the abomination from spawning inside the Liberty Lanes area.
Oh no, now it can be in the Liberty Lanes. Yeah.
No, man, there goes my not having to deal with abominations. Darn. Addressed an issue where the abomination would fire off a beam attack before leaving the spawn closet. So what? You're just gonna get attacked by a beam before he even spawns into the map? What the hell?
That's so weird.
All right.
You want me to
looks
take
like
over?
they adjusted the XP earn rates. And then so address the issue where XP was being awarded to all weapons being used in an assist instead of just one. If two weapons are being used in an assist, then the last one being used by the player would get the awarded XP. So that sucks. Address the issue in activities that would prevent one elite zombie from continuously spawning during exfil from round 16 onward. And then updated the SAM trials to require that players do not take damage to display a progress bar instead of timer. And then for Terminus, addressed an issue where the players would be able to use equipment, score streaks, and fire weapons during boat race award sequence. So it looks
Are you
like
in the challenges right now, Taylor?
It looks like they changed a bunch of the challenges, but unless you're grinding for the camos, which we're not doing at the moment, that's not really gonna apply to you unless you're super hardcore and doing into that. But you are welcome to pause the video and read it if you guys would like.
Exactly.
AFK detection apparently got changed a bit. The UI, they updated the UI on zombies. So updated the visuals on all gobblegums to improve readability, addressed an issue with the boat UI that would overlap with the map and command HUD preset, addressed an issue where the command drop node prompt on the Terminus main quest would overlap with the map with the central command HUD preset, addressed an issue where the round number would intentionally be displayed incorrectly while loading a save. Addressed an issue where the weapon stats of the AR would show on the player's loadout when they started in the map instead of what they ended with, and then they went ahead and they changed a bunch of other shit. Who gives a crap about the UI? You can go
pause
and
and read
see
it if you want.
It's all in there.
Pause it and read it if you want.
They adjusted some graphic stuff. for the PS4. Why are you playing it on the PS4? Either get on next gen or get on PC. It's that simple. But anyways, I'm gonna stop being a dick about consoles.
Taylor and his PC. I still play console.
I know. I said move on to next gen or PC. What are you playing BO6 on the fucking N64, bro? Is that what you're doing? You whipping out one of these and playing it? How did you know? Huh? Don't worry, guys. Omni movement. My wrist hurts after 2 seconds of holding that thing. What the hell? But so they did adjust some Liberty Falls graphics, where they addressed an issue where some damaged vehicles would not show the smoke effect. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Stability, they addressed an issue where the game would crash when attempting to start a solo match after playing in split screen. That actually is kind of good, because that would suck to happen. And they addressed an issue where sometimes players would be unable to save and quit with an error. The game has failed to save for unknown reasons. Oh,
try again later.
Try again later.
It won't be there later. What are you talking about?
There won't be a later.
What are you talking about? It'll be gone already.
All right.
That should have been a day one fix.
To what? Black Ops. They didn't freaking say in the patch notes. What they're hiding from us, man. The conspiracies that Treyarch is keeping from the COD Zombies community. So let's dive into it. Ladies and gentlemen, some hidden things that they didn't quite tell us in the patch notes, starting with the Napalm Burst ammo mod. RIP, rest in peace. It was so good before. You used to be able to, when you had a certain augment equipped, you could basically take out an entire horde and then some, but no more. They kept the amount of zombies that you could kill with it, so
that
bit
is
of a
actually
rip.
Yeah.
But what else did they not tell us in the patch notes, Riley?
They also didn't tell us that there's a new gobblegum section in the COD store, which I haven't gone looking for, but when we hop on, I'm definitely going to go looking for that. I want to see the new gobblegum.
That'll be nice, because then you'll be able to, like, say you want a certain gobblegum for a certain thing, or you just want, you know, more perkaholics or something like that, then you can go in and specifically buy that gobblegum from a pack in the store. Nice. So that is pretty nice. But speaking of gobblegums, they added like an in-game description that'll pop when you get a gobblegum from the machine. That'll basically give you a short description, kind of like what they did in BO3 of what the gobblegum will do, in case you forgot or something like that. So
in-game, perfect.
But
that's what I'm missing. Sometimes I'm like, I forget like what they mean sometimes, you know, because I don't got them all memorized.
Yeah. What else?
But yeah, so they took away you can no longer sprint and reload at the same time, which is so unfortunate, because that was so fun to do. That was like, I love that, and the fact that they took that away already is just kind of sad.
And honestly, that might be unintentional,
but
yeah, it might be an unintentional bug, but we'll have to wait and see if they end up either fixing it or if that's something that they're gonna leave into the game, because you will feel a bit slower in the zombies mode when you're not able to sprint and reload at the same time. That's especially because they have certain augments that change that allow you to do it longer or shorter. So like if it's not even in there, then
it wouldn't be kind of like not even working.
It doesn't really make sense.
So hopefully it was like a glitch or something.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a glitch, and hopefully that'll get changed so we can get back to moving quickly, because that is something that I like in zombies, is being able to bolt around as fast as possible.
Exactly, especially later rounds.
But speaking of bolting, I mean, you can fill up the zombies with a bunch of bullets with the XM4 and how it got buffed. Kind of like how I mentioned earlier. So basically XM4, I don't know if the stats that we gave earlier are what they actually have now, because what I've heard is they got, basically the XM4 got buffed to what it was before the multiplayer nerf that happened to it. So it should be just as good as when the game initially launched. So I guess we'll have to test it and see if that's the case or not. But I've heard it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest gun in the game now. So I urge everyone out there to give the XM4 a shot if you haven't already and see how it goes. But
I already like the XM4s, so
unfortunately, a gun that got a bit of a nerf instead of a buff is our fan favorite, the Well, now the Sally and
the
Wind, but the Mustang and Sally's. But
yeah,
if you want
unfortunately.
Yeah, so how'd they nerf that though?
It was mainly against the Terminus Patient 13 boss fight, but that was the main thing.
Yeah, so I guess that maybe in like normal gameplay it'll still be like as good as it is, but just against that particular boss you just can't shred it as quick as possible. So I guess we'll have to see how that ends up going. But they also ended up patching the Liberty Falls duplication, like where you could take the canister and the Easter egg step and you could basically skip the second step because you could duplicate the canister. So they ended up patching that, so that will take longer in the
Patient 13 health has been scaled lower as well.
Yeah, so hopefully that boss fight's a bit easier if you're going in solo, but I've seen if you have the right build you can shred that boss, absolutely shred it.
Yes, dude.
There's just a lot of nerfs going around right now. Speaking of which, freaking Ether Shroud and the Energy Mine got nerfed. So their second charge now takes a lot longer. If you have the special augment that lets you hold 2 charges of it, that second charge now will load up a lot slower. So that's
so old, dude, because I like the Energy Mine.
Yeah. And then I don't know.
We can also not carry.
So this next one, I wrote it badly in our little docs, but basically the glitch that is happening that occurred is really kind of screwy. So I urge you guys not to, when you go to the crafting tables, don't buy more than one like lethal or equipment or tactical equipment, because apparently if you buy more than one, it'll take your salvage and it'll simply just not craft it and not give you anything. So don't get your salvage stolen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah,
that would suck. But
then we also got a Terminus B-Ball EE, which Taylor, what's up?
So the basketball Easter egg, that was like a little Easter egg that I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but you basically, on one of the rooftops, you shoot a basketball, and if you shoot it at the right angle, it'll go into a hoop, a basketball hoop that's on the other side of the building. And before the change, it would have given you 2,000 points, but now it'll actually give you 4,000 points when you make that shot. And if you stack it with a double points, I mean, heck, that's 8 grand right there, and that's a free Easter egg that you can do at any time. So you're doing.
Oh, that's a nice little Easter egg. It's kind of cool how they have like little Easter eggs. There's a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah, dude, that is so true. They stuffed so many like little Easter eggs, and that's something that they didn't do as much in Cold War. They had plenty of side Easter eggs, but like they just filled these 2 maps to the brim with side Easter eggs.
Exactly, and the fact that they're already showing so early that they're doing with these 2 maps, I can't wait to see what they do with the later maps. If they add a bunch in those ones too, I hope so. You know, a bunch of little Easter in like the newer ones that come out.
I really hope that this isn't a circumstance where like the starter maps are absolutely just phenomenal, and then the DLC maps.
I know. I really hope that's not the case either.
Not saying that Treyarch doesn't have a bad track record, but their track record's pretty hit or miss. But moving on from the from that Easter egg, what are the Manglers doing? What the Manglers doing?
Are dropping more.
What the Mangler doing?
What the Mangler bringing in? What the Mangler doing, man? The Manglers be dropping more gold coins. Man, I wish they dropped gold coins. They're dropping more gold keys and mutant injections than before. So they're dropping more mutant injections and
so like
keys,
those
nice,
keys that you can
injection thing. That's fun.
Yeah, the mutant injections are great. Definitely one of the best things that they added to the zombies mode for BO6, and the fact that you can actually become one and beat the shit out of zombies, it's great. But then the gold keys for the armory crates around the maps, like for Terminus, you have it in the one jail cell, and Liberty Falls, you have the bank safe, so you can use those gold keys there. The elite and special zombies are more likely to drop score streaks now, because apparently beforehand their likelihood was a lot lower than what it is now, so that's been secretly increased without Treyarch telling us.
Treyarch be sneaky. Little sneakers, dude.
Exactly, sneaky.
They also got they're using the select button, so now you can see an in-game timer, which is kind of nice. It's gonna be really clutch for speed runs if you're going for speed runs and stuff.
Yeah, so like if you hit like the select button and you look at like the in-game menu, now it'll like show you how long your match has been going for like a particular zombies match. So like it'll start counting up right when you start the map. So no more speed run counters when you can just have a in-game counter that'll take it for you. So
exactly. I wish many games, like every game did that, just have in-game timers so you can speed run. It's nice.
Exactly. But the new directed mode has been implemented now. So for any of you ladies and gentlemen out there that weren't able to complete the Easter eggs within the allotted time period, Riley.
Me?
Yes.
Riley.
Now you'll be able to have a guided quest to basically be able to walk you through how to be able to do the Easter eggs and those sort of things. So it'll be great
I'm gonna try it for myself first.
Yeah, so basically you'll be able to actually, like, for a lot of you people out there that like Riley that don't do Easter eggs as often or have never done an Easter egg before, this is a perfect opportunity to be able to hop in there, give it a shot, really see what people are loving about it, and then you can and then take that on to the next Easter egg quest and see if you can complete it before then. I was able to complete the Liberty Falls one before the time frame, but I just wasn't able to dedicate enough time to complete the Terminus one, so that's totally on me, but we'll get there. So
it's all your fault, Taylor.
Exactly. Screw me.
All right, so yeah, next we got the Mangler will keep spawning on round 11 for infinite points as a glitch in the directed mode only for Liberty Falls for the jet gun step.
Yeah, so with that point that I said before,
the directed mode only, but
yeah, so I think it's in the, because basically it'll cap the rounds, and that's another thing I forgot to mention about the directed mode at certain steps it'll cap the rounds, and it won't let you go past round 50 at any point.
Which I'm not a huge fan of that.
I'm not a huge fan of that either, but I guess they want to keep it balanced, I suppose.
I guess.
But basically on that round 11 cap for Liberty Falls, you can, if you don't pick up and use the Mangler arm cannon to do the step to get the part for the jet gun, then you can, Mangler will just keep spawning and keep spawning, keep spawning. So you can basically take as long as you want to get as many points as you want, get as set up as you want, camo grind if you want to. That's a phenomenal time.
That's nice.
So that is a really good oversight that I urge anybody who has the time to take advantage of.
Yeah, grind it out before they buff it or take it out or something. Not buff it, nerf it or take it out or something.
And also a free, I know this isn't a hidden implementation, but a free Perkaholic Easter egg had been found on Terminus where you have to kill 50 fish.
That's awesome.
So
I just read that. I was like, what?
Yeah, you literally have to go around the map in a boat and throughout your game and kill 50 fish with grenades and explosive damage, say if you have like the Mustang and Sally. And then once you get past, I think like 50 or 60, then you'll just have Gobblegum pop up, and then it'll give you all the perks in the map. So, and I've heard that you can, on average, if you're prioritizing it, you can get it around like round 14, 15 if you really want to, and then have all the perks and then save that money for double Pack-a-Punch or something like that.
Exactly. That would be so clutch, dude. Instead of spending all my money on perks.
And then finally,
that's awesome. I think a little tidbit. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Last but not least, a new Easter egg has been discovered where in the new Nuketown map, if you go, and they've had this implemented in all the previous Call of Duties, if you go and you kill all the mannequin heads and shoot it under 1 minute and 30 seconds, they'll turn into zombies, just like before. So
just wait. So what games have done that? Has every game done that since BO2?
I know BO3 did it. I think BO2 did it. I don't know about BO1. I just know that there's been an Easter egg of some sort in every single one. So I know that in BO2 they became zombies, and then in BO3 they became like kind of like the angels from Doctor Who, where if you look at them, they'll stop moving, but if you're not looking, they'll chase at you at super sprinting speed.
Oh, that's creepy. I do remember seeing that. Yeah.
But I know there's
a mission like that in the campaign.
There's a bit more that'll go into this Easter egg that I don't know if more goes into it beyond just killing all the mannequins under 1:30, but to have another Easter egg that's been found for the Nuketown map is just great, because we all love Easter eggs, we all love Nuketown, and honestly, I've been really enjoying BO6 in general. I'm sure you have as well.
Me too.
Thank you guys all for all the love and comments in the last podcast episode we went through. We read them all.
Thank you guys for watching.
Just thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we hope you guys enjoy this week's podcast episode too. And if you didn't catch last week's, it's going to be up there, and we're going to have a video that's going to pop right where not where my head is, but over on that side of me, that'll go over us in the actual BO6 game going over the battle pass. So see you there.
How could you do that?
Peace.